Classic Radio Roundup, the warm-up session. Start playing with your tubes and put down the boobs. Classic Radio Roundup, the warm-up. Time to warm up those tubes and put away the boobs.
Stop playing with your boobs.
Yeah, that's right. It's time to warm up the glowing glass. Come on.
Roger, roger.
It's just about time for Classic Radio Roundup. Tune them up, warm them up. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hello, bagger of sand.
Hey, what do you say?
I say it's time for Classic Radio Roundup.
Yeah, it is. Let's see here. Where am I? Let me put more on frequency here. Wait a minute here. What's going on here? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, my clarifier is off. Guess I got another crystal drifting.
Oh no! Hey, did you put this thing on a signal generator and check out the S meter?
Yeah, I did.
And it's right to you?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, even sideband was right.
Wow. Because with the preamp on, you're giving me an S8, and that seems light.
Well, you know. What antenna are you using?
The stick, and that may be still part of my problem. It seems the stick doesn't receive as well as it gets out.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the root of the whole issue. I mean, you were getting all that fluctuation on receive, but it didn't seem to bother your transmit.
Which in my world makes no damn sense at all.
Well, you would think the transmit would be more sensitive, but maybe not always.
I don't know. I always thought of it as a two-way street. You got problems in one way, you're going to have problems the other way.
Well, how many times have we proven that theory wrong? You know, whether it's you point the beam one way to hear the repeater, and you point it different to get into it, and you know, just because you do things one way doesn't mean it's going to reciprocate exactly the same.
Yeah, I know. The longer I do this crap, the more I realize I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, you just don't know all the answers. None of us do.
Well, that's I guess a better description. It's like the more I find out, the more I learn, the more questions I have.
Yeah, the more you learn, the more you throw up your hands and go, geez, doesn't make any sense. Hey, Pete.
Hey, what?
How do I sound?
You sound good. Who is that, X-Ray?
That's me. I'm running linear.
A linear, huh? You got one. Yeah, I hear you. The real question is if Sandbagger can hear you.
I hear him. He's right in my noise level, but I hear him. Oh, man. He's taking my power supply home. What do you get, an amplifier?
He said he got an amplifier and it's making his power supply hum. It means you need more power supply.
Yeah. That's right. It's 100 watts, making my 35 amp power supply hum.
Oh, it should handle a 100-watt amp.
How many amps is it supply?
35.
Yeah, barely, but yeah. Well, he's running the radio off of it too. I don't know.
You got two power supplies, put the radio on one and the amp on the other.
I'm gonna have to get another one, I guess.
Either another one or a bigger one. Anyway, if it's any consolation, I do hear you pretty well.
There's two. Antenna matcher, meter, you know.
Well, if it's any consolation, I hear you pretty well.
Better than before?
Yeah, I think so. Before I had to work to hear you. Now I don't have to work so hard.
Ah, okay, good. I'm ready.
You didn't pick that up at the Hamfest, did you?
Nah, the amp I didn't pick up. The MSJ, the Versa Tuner 2 I picked up.
What model tuner?
The MSJ 941D.
941D. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one. That's earlier than mine.
I've got a 941, but there's no D on it. It must be a later model.
Yours is earlier than mine.
Yeah, I got this off my father-in-law, and he had it back in the 80s.
I got a 962C, and I bought it in the late 90s from Giselle's place down there in Delaware.
That's who we were trying to figure out. Giselle, that's the woman who used to sell the ham stuff.
Yeah, that's her. I don't remember the name of the shop, though.
Yeah, Olaf and I were talking about that because I was talking about when I bought my Yaesu with Delaware Amateur Supply, and then he mentioned her. He couldn't remember her name, and I'm like, yeah, I know who you're talking about. I couldn't remember it either.
Oh, that's it. Delaware Amateur Supply. That's the place. Yeah, Giselle.
I thought there's two different places. The Delaware Amateur Supply got bought out by HRO, and I thought Giselle was a separate person. She had her own little place.
Oh, I could be wrong. I don't remember what the name of her shop was, but it seems like I think that was it, but maybe not.
HRO.
No, HRO is a whole different place, and it was further down the road.
Yeah, they moved. I don't think they're in the same building as what Delaware Amateur was. But they bought all their inventory. You said the best one goes to the PA? That's right. Over there on Route 13.
Yeah, Wayne and I took a trip down there to Giselle's place, whatever it was called, near when she was closing up shop, and we got a lot of good bargains, and this tuner was one of them. And I didn't pay a whole lot, and I thought, oh, I got a great deal. I got a legal limit tuner, and I think it was only like maybe $300 or something like that. I thought that was a pretty good deal at the time.
Yeah, this tuner I've got nowhere near legal limit. I think this is max at 300 watts.
Well, mine says it's 1.5 kilowatt, and I've never put that much through it, and I probably would never do that. But I would put a kilowatt, and I have put a kilowatt through it.
I got the noise. No, once you get to a kilowatt, 1.5 kilowatts isn't exactly a big leap.
Well, at the time, I had that SB1000, and I needed something to handle that. And I'm like, well, this should handle that, and it did. That's all I was worried about.
I forget the model number of it, but it's a big thing. It takes up too much room. I couldn't put it on my operating position here. It's just too deep. Oh, I found Wayne's place, by the way. I was going to knock on his door. I figured, nah, I better not.
Whose door are you knocking on?
Wayne.
Oh, why not? He's always there. He's retired.
Oh, I didn't know. I was looking for Hilltop hamburgers, and in here it's Hilltop Diner.
It's Hilltop Hamburgers. I don't know when it turned to a diner, but maybe they did. Anyway, but yeah, he's 3 doors down from it, and he's always there, and he's retired, so he'd be happy to see you probably.
But he would recognize me.
He'd really be happy to see you if you owed him money, probably. All right, since we're talking about him, where's Wayne? Where you at, Renegade? Maybe I better send him a text and wake him up.
Yeah, something's gonna wake him up. I'm officially retiring next June. Thought about that because I did.
I'm still going to go at it for a couple more years. I like what I'm doing.
I hear Bitebuster saying good evening. Yes, you did. Wow, I can hear you. Wow, my interference is going. I'm loving it.
I hear you, Bitebuster. There's a couple other guys in there, though, having a QSO. They've been in there for the last half an hour. And they're not real strong, but the one guy, I pretty much hear everything he's saying. And Bitebuster's only a little bit stronger than him. I don't know where those guys are at, but they're in there yakking away.
I don't hear them at all. They must be on the other side of the beam.
I spun my beam around, and I can't find them on the beam.
Yeah, it could be Skip, but it's been dead all day. Or most of the day, anyway.
No, it's definitely not Skip. They're in the distance, because I'd be getting that, that wavery up and down kind of thing, like a long distance ground wave.
Ah, yes, multipath. I get that from Dave.
Yeah, you're only about a half an S unit stronger than this one guy that I'm hearing.
Who was the guy you were talking to? I could hear him barely.
Oh, that's X-Ray. He's up in Quakertown.
Quakertown? I should be able to hear him like nobody's business. I would think so.
Well, all I can do is tell you where he is. Yeah, let me go to my beam so I can talk to the Bitebuster without interference.
Where did you drop down?
Where you at, Bitebuster?
There you go.
Yeah, now I can hear you. Them other guys are making it rough on you.
So quick. You're already a little bit stronger than Bitebuster.
Yeah, and you're the same strength as Bitebuster. You two just doubled, and it was like waver.
Bizarre.
Well, you're coming in somewhere on the side of my antenna now.
Yeah, you're wavering, and you're giving me a 6.5.
Yeah, that's about where you are, like a 7. It's showing a 7.
What kind of antenna is he running?
What's the antenna? Who's running?
Quakertown guy.
Oh, I don't know if you can hear me. X-Ray, can you hear me on this Yagi? Or not Yagi, on this quad antenna?
I hear you with no problem.
What antenna are you running?
My vertical Patriot.
He's running a vertical Patriot there, Bitebuster. Can you hear Bitebuster at all, X-Ray?
I hear him very faintly. He's in with a noise level.
He hears you faintly in the noise level.
Oh, what is I don't know what a Patriot is.
It's a half wave stick antenna, I think, if that's right. It might be a 5/8, but I think it's a half.
Yeah, that's a big 10-4.
On the half wave?
Yeah, it's a half wave.
Yeah, it's a half wave stick, like an A99 kind of antenna.
Yeah, maybe you should check his SWR.
No, he's doing fine. I hear him fine.
He barely moves my needle.
He's only running like 35 watts.
This is bizarre. You and Ray and Bitebuster are all very close in signal here.
Yeah, well, Bitebuster's a little bit stronger than you are, and then you're stronger than X-Ray, but I hear everybody fine.
That's good rejection.
Yeah, well, I'm not worried about rejection. I'm worried about forward gain.
Yeah, You get that from the wall socket.
Well, I don't have anything in the wall. Well, actually, I do, but I need to hear where I'm pointed at.
That's the rule. Front to back comes from the antenna. Forward gain comes from the wall socket.
Yeah, I think Very Weak might have something else to say about that.
Well, yeah, you got to run a monster antenna. That might complicate things a bit.
Yeah, he says front to back is overrated. He says you want that forward gain, and I agree with that.
Well, that's the thing. When you're designing a Yagi antenna, you can optimize for best front to back or best forward gain. Obviously, if you optimize for one, then the other kind of suffers a little bit. But depending on how you where you space the elements and things like that, you can do that.
Well, back in the 21 days, I would have wanted to optimize for front to back, but and the rest of my life, I want maximum forward gain.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with that at this point. So I don't have that huge need to null people into nothing anymore. But
Yeah, in fact, I don't really want to null anybody out right currently. I want to be able to point to the weaker stations and still hear the closer in stations no matter where they are on the antenna.
Yeah, that's kind of where I am now too, because so many people are in different directions now that I don't hear unless I got the antenna at them.
Hey, X-Ray, you still there?
I'm here.
Could you tell the difference when I went to the beam?
Well, you're giving me a 7-pounder. Go to the other one.
Roger on a 7-pounder. This is my stick antenna. Break.
Day one. Yeah, same signal.
Same signal on my stick or the beam. All right, well, I might not have the beam on you. It's straight north, but I can't imagine it's all that far off. But all right, yeah, that's good to know. Same.
I think Quakertown's more east of you.
I would have said northeast, but I can't imagine it's east.
Yeah, northeast or somewhere like that. It's definitely not north.
Well, if I go too far northeast, then I lose Bite Buster.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
And I can hear Bite Buster on the stick too. Just not as strong as on the beam.
And you sound good on that beam.
I sound good anywhere. I just have that golden voice. Hey, everybody has dreams,
900 million.
900 million what?
You'll go play the lottery. That's a 900 million dream.
Yeah, that will never happen.
Yeah. Like my mother used to tell me, you got a face made for radio.
Yeah, it's a shame I don't have a voice made for radio.
Well, it comes out of the face, so I guess it was okay.
Although I did have a fan club when I was doing DJing, but they were all like 80, 90 years old, but they all loved me.
Oh, yeah, because you're a young guy.
You have to talk with excitement.
I did. I talked with excitement, sometimes a little too much. I still hear that other party QSOing out there. They're like way out in the distance. I can hear the one dot guy pretty good. The other guy I can't hear so good.
Yeah, I'm not hearing them. It's got to be like in the west or something, or some other direction that I'm not pointing in.
So even if my antenna is degraded, it must not be too degraded if I can hear stuff that's out there somewhere. So anyway, what's the radio of choice tonight?
I'm back to the Midland 13898B that I started to run last week or the week before, and the interference frustrated the crap out of me, and I changed to something else. But figured, well, now that the interference is gone, I'm going to give this guy a shot again.
Is that interference gone temporarily, or has it been gone a while now?
I have no idea. It was just gone one day. I don't know if they've just fixed it in response to me pumping all kinds of power and pointing the beam at it, or what.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. Like it just stopped like recently and hasn't been back.
Yeah, it stopped a couple of days ago. I just happened to notice, and I'm like, hey, it's gone. But I didn't know. I didn't see anybody. I wasn't looking. I sort of went over there and tightened up a few connections or did whatever they did. But it's gone. I'm tickled to death. And hopefully, it doesn't come back.
So you knew where it was coming from? You knew where it was coming from?
No, he don't know where it was coming from.
Not exactly. I know about where it's coming from, and I just assumed it was coming from the cable system boxes because it was like peaking at every other box. So yeah, I'm assuming it was loose connections or something that was allowing a lot of cable leakage.
Yeah, cable is not supposed to leak.
No. And if stuff comes out that badly, that means the stuff goes back in.
Was that your dog I heard in the background?
No, it wasn't my dog.
Well, whose dog was it?
Oh, it was one on a that's my dog. It was a video I saw. Yeah, my interference might be gone, but I still have an S5 noise level. Just terrible.
Yeah, I got 20 dB worth of preamp coming on, and on this, it's like a half an S unit noise.
Yeah, if I could get rid of this S5 noise level, man, everybody'd be coming in like they're sitting in here with me.
And that station I keep hearing, he's like 1.5, something like that. I don't know where he is, but like I pretty much hear, if I pay attention, I can hear everything he's saying.
Now, that's another reason why I probably can't hear him. I can't get over my noise level.
Yeah, I am blessed here. It's not the top of the hill, but it sure is quiet.
Yeah. I got all this nonsense here, we're 1/3 of an acre lots, and some people have solar and others have all kinds of weird digital widgets, and God only knows.
Yeah, I only have 2 houses close to me within, 300 or 400 feet, and that's it. Nobody in front of me, nobody behind me for a long ways. And then, any houses linear up and down the road are just further and further away. And where my antenna is, up in the tree there behind my house, it's actually closer. Nah, it might not be closer. It's probably the same distance from my neighbor's house and my house. It's at least a couple hundred feet away from each house. And then the next closest house is probably 500 or 600 feet. So, I don't know. It works, man. I don't have no noise.
Speaking of noise, I just heard a noise in there that was not normally here.
Noise? No. It's one of them there fellas from the Jericho Morning Net.
Oh, no, it's a hockey puck. Let me get the recorder out and get a voice print so I can send it into the FCC for some analysis.
And then it will come back and it'll say 1670 Dover Lane, pink house, can't miss it.
Yeah. And we figured out, we were talking the other day about Delaware Amateur Supply and that other woman. Pete knew, remember her name. Her name was Giselle. That ring a bell?
Yeah, Giselle. That was her name, yes.
Is that the place, Delaware Amateur Supply? That was her place, right?
I can't remember. It was going down towards Wilmington. It was on the right side, second floor. It was a brown building. You parked around the back, and you headed on upstairs. Her shop was upstairs.
Oh, yeah, I remember the shop. I've been to the shop. I just don't remember if that was the name of the shop, but I remember her name.
Yeah, Delaware Amateur Supply. That could be right. I know I have some information on my other computer. I have to dig through it. But yeah, we were talking about it, and I could picture her, but I could not remember her name. Really, really nice lady. If you needed something, you called her up, and you said, you'd be down next week, or I'd be passing by, going down to wherever I was going, and she had it there for me. Man, it was beautiful. Man, I miss those days.
Yeah. She was nice. I went down there when she was doing her closing up shop, whatever, going out of business sale, whatever, and man, I picked up all kinds of goodies. Some of it I still have.
Yeah, that was, oh my God, that was a long time ago. That was like a little over 20 years ago when she closed up shop.
I think that was like 99, like maybe even 2000, but not much before or after.
Yeah, it could be right. Oh my gosh, yeah, Giselle. And she was up in age, too. She was in her 60s at that time.
Yeah, but she was a super nice lady. Yeah, I remember, like, man, it's a shame you're closing up. Because I was just getting started at that time. I only got licensed in, like, 96. And then once I got my general license, I went to visit her to get a bunch of things I needed to get on HF. And I went down there, and she was closing up. I'm like, oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, I think a couple of the trunk mounts I have in different places, and some of them I can't find. I got from her. I got a couple of antennas from her. Got a bunch of things from her back in the day. Oh my gosh, yeah. That was. It was actually convenient because I was always going down that way wherever I was going, Baltimore or wherever it happened to be, and it was always on my way down or on my way back up. I could swing by there and pick it up. It was perfect, man. Oh my gosh, yes, Giselle. Yeah, she was good. Never had a problem, man. If I needed something, called her up and said, yeah, I know exactly what you want. I'll be down there next Tuesday or whatever, and there it was. She had it for me.
The only thing I can for sure say that I got there that I still have is my MFJ tuner. And I know I bought other stuff. I just don't remember what it was. But I know that tuner I got there.
Yeah, I got a couple of things from her. I got a couple of MFJ things. I know I got antenna mounts, diamonds, and comet mounts, and antennas, and all kinds of stuff from her. Yeah, those were fun times. I was just down the end of your street yesterday. My supervisor wanted to go over to what is it there, Villa Caterina, and I saw across from the other restaurant there near the fireplace, firehouse. What is it, Pepe's or Peppers or something like that? I saw across the street from there. There's another Good Buddy antenna up on a house.
At that farm-like place, yeah, that Good Buddy antenna's falling apart. It's not in use. It can't possibly be. But yeah, Villa Caterina, that's like real close to here, and so is Pepe's. They're both close to here in different directions, but they're both close to here. So you were certainly in my neighborhood.
Yeah, we were on your street because there's a farm stand kind of at the end of your street there that we had stopped at. There was something there that we were supposed to pick up, and then we ended up over at Villa Caterina for a bit.
Oh, you went to the organic farm outlet there or whatever. It's like the Not the first drive, but really the second drive coming in my street on the right. Or that's not the farm stand. You must have been to the Hetrix. I don't know what they call it, but yeah, flower shop, trees and mulch and all that.
Yeah, hold on a second. My noise level just went up through the roof here. It's almost 20 over, and I can hear you underneath the noise. Hold on.
Oh man,
that's like 160 meters noise level.
Not for me. It's not.
No, for me.
My 160 meters. I checked tonight. It's an S3.
Nice.
I mean, again, like I'm not blessed with the highest location around, but I sure am blessed with a quiet. And after all these years of playing radio, I think I'd rather be blessed with quiet than a high noisy location.
Yeah, because then everybody hears you, but you can't hear them.
I even got it on 10 meters. I just went over to the other radio, and it's like S9 there. So hold on a minute. I got to do something for my supervisor. I'll be right back.
Man, figure out where that noise is coming from. Holy heck.
Yeah, it might be coming from inside the house there. The supervisor might have turned on some widget.
Yeah, that's unacceptable behavior on Classic Radio Wednesday.
That's right.
You still with us, Bite Buster? Oh, man.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm here.
All right, just a little slow on the trigger.
Yeah, I was reading something.
Yeah, you're either reading something or sending me messages.
Hey, I got some good stuff, though, right? Read it first before he sends it.
Yeah. Oh, he does send me good stuff. Yep, certainly keeps you informed, or has you form an opinion.
There you go.
Them other guys out there in the distance must have signed off. I don't hear them anymore.
Yeah, well, you know, or they moved to another channel because they hear you talking about them.
All I have to do is get back to me. I heard them. I don't know if they heard me or not.
Yeah, I don't know where that noise is coming from, but it's all across my 10-meter band, too, all over the place. So didn't go drop down further below 40. I did hear it a little bit on 20, so whatever it is, it's really broadband. But that Villa Caterina, you remember, Padrino's up on the top of the hill by the post office in Fairview Village?
No, I don't remember that. I know where Fairview Village is, but I never gone anywhere around there to eat that I can recall.
Yeah, up on the top of the hill, there was a little shopping center. All the way on the right side was the post office, and then next door was Padrino's, was a Italian pizzeria shop. It's same family. Basically is running Villa Caterina. We were in there, oh my God, about a year ago maybe. And my supervisor, when she used to work at the tool place there, Technitool. And when they moved up from Plymouth Meeting, they were up there. They would go there for lunch, and she recognized one of the waiters there, who was a young, teenage kid at the time. And he said, yeah, that's where he used to be. And we found out what the story is. They closed up or sold that place, and they wanted to get back in, and they wanted to do something more high class, so they opened up Villa Caterina.
Yeah, well, it's a shame because I've been there a couple times, and the wife's been there a few times, and I'm not too critical, but I thought it was like I don't know, like maybe they didn't have their selves together yet or something, because it was early on when I went. But it just seemed like they dropped the ball. The service was kind of, not that great for the price of the food that I was paying for. And she went a couple of times and, gave him the benefit of the doubt. And after 3 times going there, she's done. We're not going back.
Yeah, I think they got rid. They had a lot of, I would say, young kids in the beginning. Shortly after they opened up, I know that we were there like once, and I was not very impressed. They were a bunch of young kids, but now it's pretty much most of them are family members doing the serving and so forth. It has changed quite a bit. Oh God, I can't remember Giuseppe, the one oldest son. Who used to actually work at Padrino's. I want to say he's a little crazy. He's got this thing that he needs to go back to Sicily because the Europeans are so sophisticated, and I don't say a whole lot to that. I just keep my mouth quiet and say, boy, you're going to find yourself in a big trouble soon.
Yeah, maybe I'll give it some more time and maybe try it again. But, like if I'm paying that much for food, I want some decent service.
That's the problem with a lot of young people. They want to get paid, but they don't want to do anything to earn it.
Yeah, and then they want a tip on top of it. And they want, 25% tip.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the first time we were there, the waitress she really was not interested in serving us. She got our drinks mixed up, and then she brought out, I forget what my wife ordered, bruschetta or something, and she totally forgot about that, but it was on the bill and all kinds of stuff. And normally my wife is very intolerant to that. You do that once, and that's it. She won't go back. But we did go back a second time, and it's been better ever since. The one mother there. Don't remember her name, but she's always there. She recognizes my supervisor when we go in there, and we don't have a problem. We had a fairly good waitress last night, and worked out pretty good. I normally get a thin crusted oven pizza there. They make their own right there. So.
All right. Well, I'm glad to hear it. I mean, I wish them all the best. Whether I'm gonna go back or not remains to be seen. I'll probably try it again at some point. Then I have to convince the supervisor to give it another chance too. And yeah, I mean, maybe we went too soon after opening. At least I did. She went, afterwards, and she still felt like they didn't have themselves squared away. I mean, they made mistakes, and I don't know. I don't remember the details, but she was less than satisfied. Let's put it that way. And once the wife is less than satisfied after a couple of tries, she's got her places that she'd rather go that she's going to have, pretty good success. So,
Yeah, I know. We don't go out that often, but she had some things we had to do last night in the Boyertown area, and we happened to be over there, and she said she wanted to go over to that farm, and when she turned on the road, I said, oh, I know who lives down this road, and, I mentioned your name, and she says, yeah, okay, well, you know where it is? And I said, it's down a lot further. It's not right here in the beginning. And then we pulled out of there and headed on over there otherwise I would have maybe even stopped at your door.
Well, if it was too much after dark, I probably was in bed on, Tuesday nights and, Monday nights and Tuesday nights. It's school nights. I got to get up early. But then Wednesday nights and Thursday nights, I don't have to get up so early, so I stay up later. I probably would have answered the door anyway, but I might have been in my BVDs, so, there's that. But, yeah, if you'd have drove down the street and looked for my antennas, you'd have never seen them from the street.
Yeah, I think I got your address in my phone. I believe so. But I wasn't on it. It wasn't a top priority. I wasn't even expecting to go over in that direction. I was expecting to go to Boyertown to do what we needed to do, and didn't know she wanted to go down there, so we ended up down there. But next time I will know better. But she does want to go to the other place, try it at some point, whatever it is, Peppers or whatever it is over there. She wants to go try that sometime because she saw they think Monday nights is wing nights, and she likes wings.
Oh, well, you'll like Pepe's. My wife is pleased with Pepe's, and I like Pepe's. We go there all the time, lunch and dinner. We love that place, and it's real close too. So, yeah, yeah. I was told that there could have been a chance of you showing up at Kimberton on Sunday, but I guess that just didn't happen. So, didn't get an eyeball on you, but there was a whole bunch of people I did get an eyeball on. X-Ray was there, and the two Daves got together, and I don't think there was really anybody else there that I didn't know that was new that I hadn't seen before. But yeah, it would have been nice if you'd have showed up.
Yeah, it was on my radar to go down there. It just didn't work out. I had some other things brewing here, and I had to deal with some family nonsense to take care of here. So by the time I even had some time, it was too late anyway.
Yeah, and I spent like, a princely sum of $9, not including admission price. And I walked away with a VU meter, a real nice old school analog Simpson VU meter, and a nice little roller inductor that I've been modifying so I can make another balance line tuner. Although it'll be lower powered than the one that I have, but I think I'm gonna have fun with that. It's almost done. I need a box. I need a sheet metal box to put it in. I may have to rob something from something else and put it in something else. But anyway, I spent a grand total of $9, not counting admission.
That's better than what I paid. I think let's see here. Where are we? There we go. I don't think I think the $10 admission price is all I paid at all. That was it.
Yeah, I actually spent more than that. I paid you $75.
Well, yeah. Well, that's a whole different thing. Oh my goodness, this thing's just off frequency tonight. I just realized my channel 3, 7, 11, 15, and 19 crystal is dead. This poor radio, the crystals are all starting to go belly up in it.
Oh, no. Yeah, and there's no more crystal makers out there that I'm aware of. So that's a problem. But there used to be lots of them. And then there was at least one. And now I don't know any of them. But anyway, yeah, that was for services rendered. That had nothing to do with the Hamfest at all. But I was still lighter in the pocket by the time I left.
Well, just as long as you're not lighting the loafers anyway. Yeah, I probably, if I would have been by myself or something and I just started poking my nose into stuff, I might have bought like a couple of connectors because there were some nice connectors there that I probably should have got. The UG176 reducers for RG8X cable. I'm out of them. So I probably should have picked a couple of those up. And, yeah. A couple of those mic plugs for making more adapter grinders. I could have probably grabbed a couple of those too. And there's always little ancillary stuff, $1 here, $2 there kind of stuff. But, yeah.
Some of that stuff I probably should have done too for adapter grinders. And I was pointing them out like, yeah, that's what I want. But, I wasn't ready to spend the money at that moment. But, yeah, I need some of them, make some microphone adapter grinders myself. But I did get that roller inductor, though. And I'm gonna make a tuner out of that and see how that goes. Just because I want to see if I can. And since I got a VNA, I can be sure whether it works or not.
I got the 4 9-foot jumpers I needed.
There he is. Hiya, Wayne.
Hi, Pete. Hi, Dave.
How's it going?
Okay. Like I said, I got the 4 jumpers I needed. I'll be able to hook my meter up real soon.
You won't be flying blind.
Yeah, and then you could hook up that balance line tuner too. I really wanted a 4-position antenna switch, but I didn't have $120 to blow on one.
Yeah, I can't believe the price of the good ones. Man, $120 for a stinking switch. That's crazy.
It kind of is.
I had a 5-way switch. I left the NARS down.
Don't!
Yeah, right?
Yeah, them Daiwas and what's the other ones? I have one here. Alpha Deltas and like that. Even the MFJ ones. They had MFJ ones that, copy of the Daiwa type. Any of those. Man, they're all so pricey anymore for the good ones.
Yeah, I got mine cheap years ago. And I had 4 2-way switches too.
Yeah, I got 2 good 2-ways and a good 4-way and a semi-decent 3-way, but I need another 4-way to really make things work how I want here, but I have $120 to drop on it.
Oh, you can't imagine how much I wish I could go back and get all that stuff that I left behind.
Yeah, I wish you could too. I wish I was there and known about it at the time. I'll help you move it.
Well, I didn't know. I was like getting rushed to find a place, and I found this place, and the money was right. I was like, let me leave all that stuff there. That was a mistake, but oh well.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I've been through stuff like that in my life too, and you got to do what you got to do at the time you got to do it, and that's just the way it is. And no point in crying over spilled milk.
No,
and I filled up all the space I could here, and I really didn't have any room for the other stuff, but I should have brought it up anyway, and at least like piled it up in the bedroom or whatever.
Yeah, I'd have made room over here for it.
Well, that would have been nice. I would have let you use it too.
Yeah, I got some room. I got a big old basement here that mostly got storage of the wife's junk. Only my little area back here, and I could fit a lot more junk back here.
Yeah, I had a whole box of linears and radios. I left behind. I left 4 20-amp power supplies, 5 10-amp power supplies, and 10 5-amp power supplies. I left it all there for Dennis to have.
Yeah, I know X-Ray could probably use another 20-amp power supply right now.
All I have is my 130-amp power supply now.
I got a 3-amp power supply to run radios that need the mobiles and junk. And then I got my 20 amper for my baby driver. And then I got my pair of 70s for the big box.
I'm not running anything off my power supply right now. This is the radio plugs right into the socket, and so does the Ameritron.
Yeah, this radio I'm on here, it plugs right into the wall. It's not on a power supply, but my amplificator is.
yeah.
Baby driver's on my 20 amp supply, and the 8 pills on the 140 amp supply.
Yeah, I got the 75 amp switchers. I've got the one I'm using, and then I've got an identical backup just in case this one goes up in smoke.
75, that's pretty beefy.
Yeah, it's a small little thing too. It's like the size of your 2-pill. But it's a computer server power supply, but it's got peak amps of 75.
Wow, that's as big as my Astrons or 70s. That's more than those things. And those things, God, they're near 100 pounds each. Well, maybe not that much, but they're 50 pounds anyway.
Yeah, these are like 2 or 3 pounds. they're switching supplies.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
They make noise.
Say again, Buster.
I said they make noise though.
Some do, some don't.
Mine does.
Well, these don't generate noise.
Yeah. Bagger says his don't make noise.
If they did, they'd be out the window.
Yeah, throw them out the window.
Yeah.
That's why I don't have any switchers, because I had them in the past, and I'm like, this makes a wreck. HF, I don't want this.
Yeah, I had a big one years ago. Big, huge. I had two of them. They were 5 volts. And I used to run them in series. They were 5 volts at 100 amps. And I could adjust them up to about 6 volts. And I used to run them in series. But the damn things made all kinds of a whining noise. Oh my God, they were horrible.
Yeah, I had one in the past, and I'm like, oh, I don't like this thing. So, then I've learned since there's good ones and there's bad ones. That's that's the way it is. But I don't need them at this point. I got my nice big Astrons. I'm good.
Now you think they would make these? They're making them for computers, most of them. You think computers are fairly sensitive, so why would they be so noisy?
I can't believe I have like an S4 noise level tonight. It sucks. I can't hear anybody in the distance.
Did you hear what Bytebuster said there, Bagger?
Until Wayne keyed on them.
Yeah, okay. It's funny because Wayne keyed on him and said, I can't hear anybody, while he keyed on somebody.
I explained it. He couldn't hear them.
Sucks, doesn't it?
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I have the same problem. Like, freaking noise levels.
I wouldn't know. If they're able to be heard in our area, I hear them. I wonder if I point my beam at Bytebuster, like, I wonder, it's probably not enough to knock Wayne down and hear Bytebuster. That's probably asking too much.
No, I think we're too close for that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, if you had an Astro beam, you could probably do it.
Yeah, you say you did that with your neighbor.
Yep. You're taking that 30/9 signal down to a 5/9.
Didn't you say you could hear them better with a piece of coax or something than you could on the antenna?
I could unplug the coax from the radio, and his signal would jump up.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. That's just damn funny.
That's a riot.
That's how tight the coax connectors or coax cable was. It was shielded so well that with the beam in the null position, he was weaker than if I took it out completely.
That's just crazy to think about.
It is.
There ain't anybody here close enough that I don't even think I could pick up anybody on just no antenna.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this guy was 7 doors down from me. I could look out my window and see his antenna.
Yeah, I think Wayne's most likely the closest one to me. I don't know if I could hear him if I unhooked the antenna.
It might work. I don't know.
I might be able to just hear you, it's the kind of thing, but yeah, I don't know. Classic Radio Roundup 27115 on the AM radio dial.
Yeah. And this portion of Classic Radio Roundup is brought to you by the 05 Institute of Amplifier Repair and Technology, where our motto is, if you can buy it, we can try it. And we do at regular intervals.
Yeah, we'll take your Gizzy tube and we'll blow it up.
Gizzy.
Anyway, I guess you know what radio I'm on.
Yeah, I was going to say, is your water heater running in the background?
It is, because the wife just got out of the shower a little bit ago.
Yeah, because I hear it.
I'm sure you do.
So you got plenty of mic gain there.
Was it too much?
No, I mean, you know, the noise from the water heater's there, but it's not. I guess it's not really objectionable.
All right. I turn it down a skosh. Any difference?
Yeah, that's a little better.
All right. I don't want to go any less than that because then I lose my swing.
Sound fine to me.
Courier Centurion 40D. Glad to have this one back in a stable.
You sound fine, and you're giving like an S9.
Oh, man, that's all?
Sorry about that. Let me look again. 20 over S9.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, that I believe.
Buster just sent me an 8-second clip of a video of you saying something. I'm thinking the subject of the video is probably that little heterodyne in the background.
Who's heterodyne? Where?
It's my noisy video, my noisy power supply.
Oh, that's what that is.
Oh, your power supply is doing that. So how about if I go to that? Does that overcome your noise in your power supply?
No, it's not from you. It doesn't matter. I could go to any channel, I'll get that sound.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if more signal can overcome it.
Oh no, I don't care if you're giving me 9 pounds. That sound will override everything.
Yeah, it's kind of terrible. You need a different power supply. I couldn't put up with a power supply putting noise in my receiver. That would no. In fact, like I had a computer monitor that used to put noise in certain frequencies along HF and make me crazy in frequencies that I used. And then I learned how to change the hertz or whatever, the frequency of the monitor. So when I need to use those frequencies, I would wind up changing the frequency of the monitor.
Now, you would think that they build these things for computers that would be fairly sensitive and not, give off noise because, computer components are sensitive to that kind of stuff. What the heck?
Yeah, I would have thought the same thing, but apparently not because they do it.
The funny thing is, it doesn't always happen. It could go for, half an hour, then all of a sudden, it's taken over.
Well, that's the nature of switching power supplies. They do change the frequency that they're operating at.
Yeah, I think as it heats up or something, I don't know. Yes, Sandman. How's it going? I'm okay. What's up?
My radio still jams up this channel at 15 dB carrier still. And I found the source of it. It's just a house a block away from me. I have to talk to them. Nobody owns it. I got to get over there. After this, they had an alarm system put in or something. And then I got to take it from there, maybe call the alarm system or something. But, I don't know. Did you get all that?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, so yeah, it's a little bummer, man. It's just this channel ties it up to me. I can't even use it.
Yeah, that's kind of strange.
Yes, it's got 1200, 27, 1200. So it's 50 plus, Courier at 1250. So, anyway, everybody else, I can't get in there. I'm fucking with all this issue. Well, he probably can hear you, so, okay. I don't think they can hear me now. I'm on Barefoot Radio right now.
Well, I guess what, Sandman? I hear you. Spitfire, right back at you.
He's got a carrier. He can't hear you, but Spitfire said he can hear you. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. Wow. All right. Very good. Spitfire, yeah, I had a problem with one of the neighbors got a new alarm system. I guess you probably know that. But, all right, again. Thanks for coming back, Buster.
Yeah, his Barefoot Radio is making it down here. I had to turn the beam a little bit to him, but it's making it.
Yeah, he does pretty good. He does pretty good. Okay, we'll catch you later then, Sandman. Everybody down that way.
Yeah, let Sandman know since he can't hear me, I guess. He made the video gate and see how well he comes down here on that Barefooted Radio.
Oh, yeah, check out the video gate there, Sandman. Oh, okay, yeah, I can do that. I didn't get the actual either on it, that's right. I should go listen to that right now and get my book. All right, good job. Yeah, then you can hear how well you're going down there, too. Yes, tomorrow when I listen to it, absolutely. There you go.
Yeah, Barefoot Radio is working from that distance. I imagine, though, the Bite Buster, you and I are the only ones hearing him right now.
Yeah, well, he's barefoot, he said, so, he's just in Bethlehem, which isn't too far away.
No, but Bethlehem is pretty far away from where I'm at.
Oh, that's true, yes. I guess he's got the setup.
I got the ears.
Oh, he's on the beam, he said.
That's all right. I still got ears. His beam is helping him for sure.
Yeah, he's on the beam and you're on the beam, so there you go.
Yeah, I am on my beam, and it is optimized to him. But right now, Bite Buster, you're the strongest one in my receiver.
Until Wayne keys up.
Where you at, Wayne?
You what?
Yeah, Wade's only an S unit over you and Bite Buster.
Gotta love a beam.
I'm trying as hard as I can.
Yeah, you and Dave and Bite Buster are S7. Wayne's an S8. I can change that around by changing antennas, though.
Yeah, well, if my antenna was 20 foot higher, we might be picking a whole different conversation.
Oh, there'd be even another conversation going on if my beam was 20 feet higher. Speaking of which, what's the ETA on that other one there, Dave?
Whatever.
I guess I have to rely on you because I don't think I can pick it up in a zipper car.
No. You have to do it on a Monday or something when you're off.
Yeah, all right, because now you got me thinking. Hanging out in a nice high tree branch to see what it can really do.
Yeah.
I've got the inverted V that I can use for the amateur bands, but tonight I have the 11-meter antenna.
Now that's appropriate because we're on 11 meters.
I know. Thank you.
But I got this PDL too, and I like to exercise it, and it's kind of interesting how sometimes it's actually better than my 100-foot stick, which It's hard for me to fathom. But imagine what that thing would be at say I get the PDL2 at 80 feet. Just call it 80 feet up in a tree. Wonder how strong Bite Buster would be then. Holy moly!
I hear you better on your vertical.
Yeah, I know you do. But if I point my beam at you, nah, you're on the wrong side of the hill. Probably won't do better than the stick anyway.
Yeah, that's okay. I still hear you fine.
Yeah, if I turn the beam and point it at you, I'm just pointed right at the hill, so it's not going to help. Maybe some, but not over the stick, I don't think.
Yeah, this stick is giving me 20 over. The vertical antenna, I was only getting like an S8.
Yeah, the beam's pointed straight north, pretty much directly away from you.
By the way, Joker said he'd be in for a little later.
Ah, the Joker's texting you to let you know what his plans are, huh?
Yeah, well, I asked him what. I didn't see anything come in on my phone yet. Hopefully home, and I'll catch the end of it.
Roger, 10-4, Bite Buster.
I'm like the party whip.
What? Party whip?
Yeah, you know, the party whip, you know, the guy in politics that goes around and makes everybody get their act together.
Yeah. Now that I had a moment to think about it, now I know what you mean. Initially, I was like, what are you talking about? But now, no. Political party whip. Got it. Roger.
Yeah, get your foot on the radio.
Trying to keep politics away. Man, there's a whole lot of absent radio stations tonight. Like, where's the night train? Where's the old JR? Well, we know where Joker is. Rooster's missing. Meatball Bandit, man, I haven't heard him in a while. Freebird. I know I'm missing some, but man, where are all these guys?
I'm here.
Well, I know Train has been working on some heavy-duty projects, and he's been working late, so he's been missing out. I still have a couple radios I got to get back to him, but we haven't had a chance to connect up during the day. So, you know, it's surprising, but I understand where he's probably been. JR may still pop in there. He sometimes doesn't get in there until a little after 9. So, everybody else, who knows? Where's 123 and Goose, you know?
Yeah, both those guys are absent. Well, hopefully you're clearing your backlog and you can get to looking at that Demco.
Yeah, that's the next thing on my list at the moment.
That one, any of the other junk of mine you might have over there, that Demco, that'll just be fun because of what it is.
Yeah. It's a Demco.
Yeah, tunable receiver, 23-channel crystal. That thing must have been pricey in its day.
Oh, there's no doubt about that.
And it's really clean, too. It's not like it's all beat up and grody.
Yeah, so where did you guys end up going for lunch?
That never happened. And the wife was unhappy about the results of that because she was waiting around for that. And then Dave and Ada basically bailed out of it, like at the last minute. Like, oh, okay. Well, I thought this was the whole plan. So I don't know. We didn't go anywhere.
Oh. Bummer.
And the wife says, I'm gonna have to confront him about this. The wife's blaming it on, Ada's blaming it on Dave, and Dave's blaming it on Ada. So I want to see who's really to blame. probably never get a straight answer, but you know, inquiring minds want to know.
Oh man.
Oh, that's right. He watches the video gates too, so I may find out sooner without ever having to actually ask.
Yeah, you might.
All of a sudden, my phone will be blowing up with text messages tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's too funny. I don't know what happened. It's just like all of a sudden, it's like, I was getting ready. All right, we're breaking things up. Let's go eat. And they were like, we got other things we want to do. We got other things to do. And like, oh, okay. And then I got home, and I guess I should have phoned my wife and said things fell apart. Because she was like, what the heck? You should have told me. I'm like, well, I kind of only just found out about it, really. Like, but I guess I should have warned you. But oops.
Yeah. She's all ready to go, man. And there's nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened with all that. I don't know why, who, what, or how come, but oh well, that's the way it went.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was still a good day.
Yeah, it was. It was starting to get a little hot, but it was nice to catch an eyeball on people that I've talked to for quite a while and never got to see.
Yeah, it was good to see the two Daves together. That needed to happen.
Yeah, well, you know, he's trying to get me to pick up one of those old boat anchor amplifiers that half the parts were missing. And, oh, good, it's a good project. Yeah, okay.
He's always saying the same thing to me. He's doing that to me too. Oh, and he says that you need to do whatever mods you need to do that amp you need or whatever to get it on 160, the one that you have. I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna ever happen.
Yeah, that's a. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see about it. It's been done before, but most of the people who do it end up making it single band because it's a little crowded in there to put all the extra coils and stuff and keep the band switch and everything else.
Yeah. He says one of two things will happen. It'll either work or you'll melt that antenna. It's like, well, that would kind of suck if you did all that work and then melted the antenna. But I think if you're conservative, though, that antenna should be able to handle it. 100 watts.
Yeah.
I would think that thing would handle 100 watts carrier, 400 PEP, I would think. No?
What would handle it?
That antenna.
Oh, I don't know. Weren't they rated for like 200 watts or something?
I've seen different specs on that thing. And so I don't know. I have a feeling it would handle 100 watts AM. Or even if you did 75 watts AM, certainly better than 25. 25 is very marginal.
Yeah. Well, you know, every little bit of power helps, I guess, given the current antenna situation. But I want to try an experiment. Like once the weather cools down a little bit and the humidity goes out of the air, I got another place I'd like to mount that, and I want to see if that makes it any better. Knowing my luck, it'll make it worse, but if it makes it better, then yay.
Yeah, well, if it makes it worse, you can always go back to what you had, but it's certainly worth trying something else if it may improve things. And 100 watt sideband for the most part was enough because everybody heard you. So you just need that little extra oomph for AM, and you'd be right in there with the rest of us.
Yeah, I need 100 watts on AM.
Well, I don't know. I think that antenna should be able to handle 100 watts AM.
Yeah, well, it might handle 100 watts of carrier, but 400 watts peak.
Yeah, but how often are you hitting 400 watts peak? You're probably mostly hitting 250, 300.
Well, yeah, I mean, your average is going to be, a bit less than that, but who knows, I don't know what gauge wire is wound around that big, heavy, huge inductor there. I mean, is it 18 gauge, or is it 22 gauge, is it 12 gauge? I don't know.
The side that was thrown up.
And I've seen a couple different specs on that antenna when Jim and I were looking into it. I remember seeing a couple of different specs on the same damn antenna. I'm like, that's not helping anything. I seen 100 watts and 200 watts. I thought I saw 400 watts somewhere. So I don't know. I don't know. So I don't know what it's really capable of.
Yeah. As I say, most of those ham sticks, regardless of the band, that's pretty much the same ratings. They're rating them for your basic barefoot radio, and not to be driven by an afterburner.
What's in there that was thrown up anyway?
The insulation on the wire.
Yeah, I mean, if it's enamel coated wire, you can burn that off, and then the damn coil starts shorting out.
And there's a whole lot of wire wound up in that thing.
And then circumvent the coil. I did that with a couple of K40s.
There's a whole lot of wound wire in that antenna.
Oh yeah, and that's where the current peaks, I think.
I'm on a Mexican radio.
Whoa.
On the Mexican, radio.
Well, it does work, I mean, it does get you on sideband, and Dave likes you, so he slummed it and got on sideband with us.
Yeah, I mean, I feel honored that he would give up AM and slum it on sideband, because I know how he doesn't care for sideband.
Yeah, that just goes to show how badly he just wanted to hear you and talk with you. Well, yeah, he's not a fan of sideband, but I guess it's more about the quality of the conversation than the quantity or the. I ruined that, didn't I? The mode doesn't matter if the quality of the conversation is good, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's true too.
Everybody has exceptions to their rules. Except I didn't think he had any exceptions for slop bucket.
No.
Zero or low noise tonight.
Who's got noise?
I said zero or low, other than my interference with power supply.
Yeah, I don't really have any noise tonight. Thankfully, there's no skipland mess, bleed over, and all that nonsense.
Yeah, no skip.
I got an S4 noise level. Must be everybody having their junk on around my neighborhood.
Is your heat exchanger running?
No, I turned it off.
But your neighbors might be running.
That's probably correct. It's like widgets in my neighborhood.
Yeah, you're in close proximity to a lot of widgets. Speaking of widgets, I got an empty glass, and I got to get rid of the last glass, and I'll be back in momento. Countywide.
Roger, right.
Now we can't let there be dead air. Can't let there be dead air. Because everybody's filling their cup. Where's that Joker? Are you in there yet?
Joker, I thought he was on vacation or something here.
Hello. I just turned the radio on. Thank you for the intro.
Oh, there he is.
I thought I was on vacation too.
Or away, I should say.
Break. Joker's here. Just turned the radio on.
Yeah, what's happening?
Busy. Just got home. Yeah, I was on vacation. Now I'm home, but I had stuff to do. And I'm back.
Yay, good.
If they cut the grass.
I have to cut the grass. First, I have to fix the weed whacker. But cutting the grass is Saturday.
I had to go over mine a couple times. It's so deep.
Yeah, I'm hoping mine fires up. If not, I'll be weed whacking all of my property.
Oh, no.
Man,
No, I won't do that.
That's a lot of weed whacking.
you just borrow the neighbor's stuff.
Well, my front left neighbor, he would mow the left side of my property. And I'll just tell my cousin, mow my side.
There you go.
Out back can wait because nobody can see out back. And the corn stalks are higher than my grass anyway.
You can't see it from the road. You're good.
Yeah, I'm surprised on how quickly it grew. I cut it right before I left, and I come home, I'm like, oh my God.
How long were you gone?
From Thursday to Sunday night, and then I mowed it the weekend before, so it's been, this Saturday will be, I guess, 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all the rain that we've been getting, every week I got to cut mine.
Yeah, I guess it's the warm weather with the rain, but luckily the neighbors that you know haven't mowed theirs recently, so I'm good.
Oh, they're your next door neighbors, huh?
Yeah, your kid played with softball with their kid.
Yeah. I didn't know they were your next door neighbors. I thought they were close, but not that close.
No, from the window I'm sitting at, I can see the side of their house.
Oh, nice.
It's a small world.
You know what? It really is. It's a super small world. I had a couple of those small world interactions over the weekend from people, that I barely knew. They're like, well, you know this person, it's crazy. It's a very small world.
Like all those things that lead to Kevin Bacon. How does that go?
6 degrees to Kevin Bacon. Yeah, I mean, there's no lie to that. It's crazy.
Yeah, everybody's with 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. That's funny.
call everybody 6 degrees to Joker.
Yeah, maybe.
I noticed that on Faceplant a lot of times. There are people that I'm friends with that are friends with other people that I know. And I'm like, oh, wow, how do you know them?
Yeah, the social media thing has definitely brought that to light. Yeah, just clicking on random people, you're like, wait a minute, how's that work?
Yeah, another girl that my daughter played softball with, her father went to school with my brother-in-law.
Yeah, I mean, this is going back, 25 plus years ago. I was down in, on the Outer Banks, and I'm walking, and it was a weird conversation that was going on, and they're like, well, you know people from all over. I'm like, yeah, I do. And down there, somebody was like, hey, Mike. I was like, wow, that was so weird.
Yeah.
I remember your brother-in-law, Dave.
What's that?
I remember your brother-in-law.
What about my brother-in-law?
I remember when they lived in Gotchi.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah. He's a good bit younger than me, but, you know.
That was years ago.
Very much.
I said recently, there's probably not many places, I'm not going to say in the world, you know, South Africa and below, probably not, but there's probably not many places in Europe that I couldn't at least call a friend or call a friend to call a friend, and if I needed a place to stay, that I could stay.
That's good. You have to find yourself in Europe, I guess.
Or if I say, heck with everything going on right now, I'm going to go backpack across Europe for a week or two.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, at least you can eat their lettuce.
Yeah.
And not worry about it.
Is that lettuce thing still going on?
Well, now it moved to jalapenos.
Oh no, I got a tray of jalapeno poppers in my fridge. Should I be afraid?
I don't know. I don't know if the refrigerator or freezer kills that stuff.
I heard only cooking does. But to be honest with you, jalapenos does the same thing to me anyway, so I wouldn't know. So how was tonight? Was it busy or was it quiet?
Pretty quiet, actually. We don't have that skip nonsense in there.
Yeah, I had a moment to turn the radio on last night, I believe it was, and I was up on 38 on the sideband toilet bowl, and I made a quick few contacts, like Michigan and all that stuff, but skip seemed pretty good last night on sideband.
Yeah. Today it seemed pretty quiet.
I wonder if that eclipse had anything to do with it.
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing. I didn't realize we were having what is it, solar eclipse today? I didn't realize that was going on.
Yeah, it wasn't a big one for us. It was only a little notched the little top of the sun there. If you didn't really look hard, you wouldn't see it.
Yeah, but it's got to affect something, magnetic rays, something.
And if you did really look hard at it, could you see anything afterwards?
Yeah, right? You have to look through your welding goggles.
You're only looking at a small portion of the sun anyway. The last one we had that came through here, I was sick that day. So I went out in the backyard with my welding helmet and I stood there. But I guess it was overcast and I'm like, I didn't see anything. You had to be patient. I saw it.
We had a fairly decent eclipse a couple of years ago, and I snapped a picture of it through my welding glass, and it gave everything kind of a greenish tint to it, but it looked pretty cool.
I was going to say, a welding helmet will give it a green hue to it.
Yep.
So I worked with a guy years ago. He was a fabricator and all that type of stuff out west. He was doing like concept cars in California, and he was one of the guys that helped create the auto darkening welding helmets. He said a few of his friends got really screwed up prototyping it.
Oh, because it didn't work well enough?
Yep, didn't work well enough.
Oh, man.
I mean, you'd think they put it in front of a meter to test it.
Hello, Joker.
Hello, Pete. How you doing?
Yeah, top of the classic radio evening.
Yeah, I told White Buster sent him a message. I was hoping to make it in before the end of the night.
He did relay the message.
And I am here.
Yeah, well, that was because of the solar eclipse today.
I was trying to think of something witty to say about that, but I got nothing.
Yeah, all 7% of it.
7%, that feels about the amount of energy I had left. If I could get 7% on my earnings.
Yeah, I wish I was getting 7% on my 401k.
There it is. I don't know. I go away for 4 days, which is only 2 more days than I'm usually off. And I'm front loaded before I leave, and I'm back loaded when I get home. Man, it's been crazy.
Whenever I take vacation, I need another vacation to recover from my vacation.
I used to do that when we would get back from tour. I would always take a week off. So we'd be out for close to a month, like 3 weeks plus. And I would always take a week off just to recoup. Yeah, just knowing that you don't have to do anything that day is a freaking game changer.
It's nice having days where you've got nothing that needs to be done.
Oh, no. My problem is, now the days I know I don't have to do anything during that day, I think of everything I have to do when I get back. So unfortunately, I've gotten into that mindset where I'm like, I'm off. Oh, no, but in 2 days I have to do all this.
Yeah, that's why it's nice to give yourself extra time where you got a day or so that nothing needs to get done.
Yeah, we got home not super late on Sunday from the car show, but just getting home, making sure all the guys got home, because everybody drives custom stuff, and we were out of Carlisle, and making sure everybody got home. You didn't have to wait to hear a phone call, somebody broken down, all that stress, and then, waking up Monday morning like, crap, now I got to get back to it. Don't worry, in a few years it all goes away. I keep asking the wife how the 5-year plan's working. And I've been asking that for about 7 years now.
My 5-year plan keeps being a 5-year plan. It never gets any closer. It's like tomorrow. It never gets here. It always becomes today.
I gladly pay a Tuesday for a hamburger today.
Yeah, it's about the size of it.
Yeah, just when you round the corner, you figure out that it's a circle track.
Right. You wind up right back where you started, but you didn't get ahead. The hurrier I go, the behinder I get.
I've been going around the bend with my e-brake on.
Well, these days it really kind of matters what type of e-brake you have. It's one of them crappy electronic ones, or is it a real, grab the handles kind of brake?
I tell you, that new Subaru I have, it's a great car. I like it, but a lot of times it decides stuff for me, and I absolutely hate it. Like I'll get in it and I'll go to put it in gear. I'm like, why am I not moving? I look down, the little red parking brakes on. I'm like, why did you put the parking brake on?
Yeah, I don't want my car deciding things for me. No, I don't want that at all. The wife's car does that kind of crap. I'm like, yeah, I'm out.
I have accident avoidance, whatever nonsense on my car. And Swamp Pike, right after Hetrick Gardens, was that turn. And almost every day it says I'm going to hit something. But it's the way that turn is with the guardrail. It says I'm hitting something.
Yeah, that's right down the street for me. Yeah, the wife has in hers something she turned off with that accident avoidance stuff. Because, if somebody's like turning right off the road into a driveway or a sharp turn, and she wants to zip around them, it'll put the brakes on when she goes to zip around them. And she's like, oh no, she turned that crap off.
Be calm, you are having an accident. Yeah, I turned the brake off because a couple times I'm going and it hits the brakes. I'm like, well, what is going on here? Yeah, that's completely off. But it'll still do like the beeping and show like accident or obstacle or whatnot in front of me.
Yeah, the radar goes off and warns nearby objects, but it doesn't hit the brakes anymore.
Do you have the auto steer? I do have the auto steer, but I do not use it. I've tried it. Like, let me see what this is all about. No, it's horrible. I think we're way away from having self-driving cars.
Did you see their news report recently of the guy in the Tesla that was pulled over for speeding? And he says, it wasn't me. It was the autopilot. Yeah, but dude, you're still responsible. Whether autopilot had it or not, you're still the responsible driver. He's arguing with the cop and everything. It was the autopilot.
I did not see that, but I think, I know we're all from the same area here. There's so many roads around us. There's no way an auto drive car could actually work around here.
You're actually closer to Jersey.
That is true. And Jersey roads are usually better. It's only good for highway driving.
Yeah, that's the only place I would think it'd be any good is the open highway. It ain't no good for none of these back roads.
Yeah, I don't know how your wife's car is, but mine, I've tried that on the highway. I'm like, all right, I'm going to do the auto drive. And it almost feels like the car is constantly going, like, little jerks back and forth. I will say the only thing I do like about my car is when I put it in on cruise control, I can have a distance thing, so I can adjust how closely I am to the car in front of me, and it'll just apply the brakes. That is nice.
Yeah, I don't know if hers has that auto drive, autopilot or anything. I know it has that like lane keeping assist and all that kind of nonsense. And won't let you drift out of the lane. It'll pull back on it. I think she's got most of that stuff turned off. I mean, the alerts are still there with the radar, but it doesn't take over control and take over the steering or take over the brakes and all that. She has all that stuff turned off.
That's the adaptive cruise control. I love that, man. That is it on a stick. Adaptive cruise control. I don't like the steering too much because, you know, if you want it to turn, it's hard to turn because it's got a hold of the steering.
Yeah, I don't like that adaptive cruise control. I don't know if this one has it or not. I assume it does. I know our Volvo did. I was driving a Volvo on the highway using that. And of course, you know, it doesn't work because idiots in the right-hand lane, they keep slowing down all the time and they'll keep pushing me back. And like, you know what? Screw this. I gotta pass them. And then I didn't like it. I just thought it was annoying.
Well, Pipebuster was saying, I do enjoy it, but yeah, when somebody's doing that really dogging it in the right lane, it does get annoying. You know, I'll just shut them off and pass them. But if everybody's staying up to speed, I love it.
Yeah, sometimes you come upon the hill that you can't really see and everybody stops. The cruise control will stop and you don't have to, well, at least mine does.
Yeah, I do enjoy being able to control my vehicle and all the functions in it. And my car, you cannot move that car over 3 miles an hour without a seatbelt connected. The beep, the chime, whatever you want to call it, gets louder and louder and more often. It is unbearable. So every morning I stop at the end of my boss's driveway, get the mail, drive up to the gate, let the gate open, then I have to drive some more. And I don't care about putting my seatbelt on. And it is just, the chime is unbearable.
Yeah, mine's got a man's cruise control. You'll rear end somebody at 65 miles an hour if you ain't paying attention. Man's cruise control.
Yeah, I know about that increasing chime. You know, my wife would always take off the seatbelt when we pull into the driveway.
Oh my, what was that? Hello there, Classic Radio Roundup. Good evening. Old JR on board. It's like, what's it
Yeah, hang on.
on?
Yeah, Bite Buster, you got squished.
Darn it, who was that?
Yeah, some people don't hear you at an S7 like I do. And they just come in here and, you know, squish the poor guy they can't hear.
I'm guessing JR probably doesn't hear you.
Oh, maybe he doesn't.
Unfortunately, I do hear him. Ouch. I'll be right back.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but I do not hear Bite Buster. Sorry about that. I do not hear him in there at all.
Yeah, I got him in an S7 and you're only an S8, so there's that.
There's what? What can I say?
Yeah, I could say that Bite Buster's right up in my radio receiver.
You can say that. Roger. Anyway, what you running, Bagger? Midland, 13898B. And what microphone? My Silver Eagle. Okay, sounds pretty good. It's not, you know what I mean? It's not that full round thing there, but sounds pretty doggone good. It's just starting to go a little janky. It's starting to show their age. That was another item I didn't see at the handfest either. I didn't see any crystals out there, come to think of it. Well, yeah, sometimes you'll see like old stuff. Little pieces of, junk parts. But, yeah, you don't see like the newer style. I don't know. They don't, people don't keep them. Yeah. Well, no. You probably have a half decent collection out of some of the older stuff you got. I assume the stuff you get rid of
If it's totally junk, you take the crystals out of, right?
Yeah, I've got a pretty extensive supply of crystals, but you know, a lot of duplicates of one type, and not too many of the other.
That's understandable. At least you have a nice collection. Yeah. Well, anyway, the Midland's sounding good. Now that's the old. The one Midland I'm thinking of that has that round dial on it there with the little white space up top for the channel, and just a few controls there, volume, squelch, and delta tune. That was the other one.
No. This is a sideband radio. Wood grain case, 2 meters, one on top of the other, and a clock.
Oh, wow. What model was that again? I'm going to look that up.
13898B.
Yeah, that was probably an expensive radio when it was new.
$399 at one time.
Ooh, doggy. All right, let me check it out. I want to look that up. I don't recall off the top of my head there, but I shall be back.
Yeah, this was Midland's top-of-the-line base station in 1974.
I got some kind of noise in my house or something. I hear you better with the beam pointed north than if I point the beam at you. It's too noisy.
Yeah, because you got to point it across the house, right?
Yeah, pointed across the house and the noise floor comes up. Ew.
Yeah, of course you're better off probably just going to the stick.
Yeah, you'll see it on the gate when I did that. You got real noisy and I pointed the beam towards you. I hear you better with the beam pointed towards Bite Buster.
Yeah, oh, there you go. I mean, when you point it across the house and you're getting all that noise, this is what I deal with constantly.
Yeah, and I don't get that on the stick. It's far enough and high enough away from the house. I don't get it.
Yeah, that's one nice thing about that.
And then pointing the beam north, I'm pointing away from the house, and the house is on the side of it.
Yeah, right.
And I'm pointing, towards where there's no houses.
That is one that I don't recall. Yeah, it looks like it has everything on it there. I got a picture of it there, checking it out. That's one that got by me.
Yeah, they made another radio that looked pretty much identical to it, but it was just AM only. It's got fewer knobs on it, but other than that, it looks the same.
Okay, well, sounds good anyway. So you said the crystal's drifting on that? You're drifting with that, or just on some frequency, some channels there or whatever?
Well, I just discovered tonight the crystal that takes care of 3, 7, 11, 15, and 19 is dead. It stopped working completely. This one's weird on here because when I'm checking my frequency on transmit, I got to move the clarifier to 3 o'clock. But if I'm receiving and I go to sideband and listen to it, everything seems to line up at 12 o'clock like it's supposed to. So, so there's something a little wacky at Tobacco Land, and I guess I'll have to pop the lid off of this. Because I had set this up, I don't know, a couple of years ago, I guess, and lined the frequencies dead nuts on and everything. And, I guess, the crystals are aging. It's a 50-year-old radio.
Well, when you go to replace them, the other ones there for 3, 7, I think you mentioned another one, you'll have to look into that too. It may be a goofy cap on one side, maybe. I don't know. Well, you'll figure it out. I'm sure, one way or the other, you'll get it.
Yeah. It just bothers me when things aren't, right. I like everything to be right.
I understand that concept. I truly do. Good evening, Joker. I heard you out there, too. I think I heard you say ouch.
Good evening there, JR. Yeah, no, I said I'll be right back. I think the wife
decided to put something in the oven, and she didn't turn the hood on. So all the way to the back of the house here, I could smell the stove. So I quick ran out to turn the hood fan on.
You don't want me to call the fire company?
Well, I know dinner's done when the smoke alarm goes off.
JR, why do you sound like you're cruising along the highway with the windows open?
I don't know. Maybe my audio is up too high.
No, that's not it. Dave is clear, Joker's clear, everybody else is clear, but you got like this, like you're driving along with a non-noise canceling microphone with the windows down at 70 miles an hour.
Yeah, I was going to say something about that.
That ain't interesting. Okay. Well, I'll have to work on that.
Oh, all right. So I'm not the only one hearing it either.
Yeah, it's like a staticky noise. Almost reminds me of what Pete's Courier was doing with that bad capacitor in it.
JR is a little quiet to me than it usually is. That's the only thing I heard.
This sounds like he's got wind noise blowing across his microphone.
Yeah, so I'll have to put my headset on and check it out.
Yeah, it's not you. It's not typical you. There's something different.
Maybe he's got the fan on so his Goldilocks can blow in the air as he's talking on the radio.
Maybe he's simulating doing 160 miles an hour in that Type R.
He's trying to look like he's in a 1980s rock video with his hair blowing in the air.
What do you think he is, Fabio?
Is those speaker advertisement?
Is it live or is it Memorex?
Yeah, the Bose speaker advertisement.
I was going to say, you guys all remember the Memorex tape ad.
Oh yeah, is it live or is it Memorex? And the breaking wine glass. The shattering wine glass.
That's the one with the guy sitting in the chair and drink gets blown into his hand.
That is a classic ad.
That Bose speaker ad absolutely is a classic ad.
I thought it was Bose.
I thought that was a Memorex ad. Is it live or is it Memorex? But was that actually for Bose? I thought it was for Memorex tape.
Now the Memorex tape one is where the lady was hitting the high pitches and shatters the wine glass.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm getting my 80s ads confused.
Is it live or is it Memorex?
Yeah, and that lady hits the high pitch and shatters the wine glass on the tape. But wouldn't that require Bose speakers and a high-end, stereo to reproduce that? It's not just the tape, but it's the playback.
That's right. Everything in the chain has got to be, up to the task.
The good old Macintosh amplifier.
Yeah, that's right. Or a Fisher.
I don't know. I think kids nowadays, everything's so small, they're missing out on that nice rack with the nice 15s in the bedroom.
Oh yeah, the big tall Cerwin Vega speakers with the Fisher amplifier. Oh yeah, they don't know what they're missing.
That nice rack.
I was hoping someone would catch that.
Everybody likes a nice rack.
That's right.
Yeah, I never had the nice Cerwin Vega speakers, but a buddy of mine did. And we would sit in his room, and man, that was so loud and so awesome.
Yeah, I still got my 3-foot Cerwin Vega speakers.
But if I had these HPM 40s, man, they could blow you away.
When I had my Cerwin Vega speakers hooked up to my Fisher 500, I was constantly in trouble with the wife. She was always yelling at me, "Turn that down!" She could hear it outside.
See, I always had PA gear, so I just played my stuff through the PA system. But Like, I never really had a killer, like, bedroom stereo.
Yeah, my Fisher 500 with them Serwin Vegas, that was my killer setup. Man, that thing was so loud, and it was so clear with that tube audio distortion. God, it was good.
Does your Serwin Vegas have the attenuators for the highs?
You mean that knob that's in the back?
Some of the Serwin Vegas were on the back, some were on the front.
I don't know. Mine's got a knob on the back. I don't know exactly what it's for, and I just set it to where it sounded good to me, but I don't know what it actually is for.
Probably a crossover.
Yeah, it was a crossover for either the mids or the highs, but yeah, I'm picturing them vividly in my brain right now. They were awesome. The 15-inch.
Yeah, I don't know what the diameter of the speaker is, but it probably is somewhere around there. They're pretty big. I mean, the overall cabinet's like 3.5 feet tall.
Yeah, that was probably the 15. So it was a 15, probably 4.5 or 5.25, and the dome tweeter.
Yeah, that's right. It's got 3 speakers in it, and that little knob on the back where you plug the wires in.
Old school hi-fi. And then you throw that onto a turntable, perfect.
I actually have that hooked up to a modern Kenwood, receiver surround sound system that I have, and even that sounds pretty good. I mean, it pumps the watts. Still not as nice as that Fisher was, but it's still pretty good. And it's got, I got 5 speakers hooked up to it. The sub, well, six speakers. The sub, the center, and then the 4 other speakers, 2 of them being the Serwin Vegas. The other 2 of those, I don't know if Dave probably remembers them. They're like 5x9s, the box size, but they're real heavy Radio Shack speakers. I mean, heavy damn magnet things. They're kind of unbelievable. I got those on there on that system too, and I'll get yelled at when I turn that up.
Oh, those little pipsqueaks or pipspeaks the Radio Shack used to sell. They're like the silver ones.
No, they're wood. They're wood box speakers, but they're only like 8 or 9 inches tall and 3 or 4 inches wide. But man, do those things kick. I got them in the 90s.
Oh, okay, it's different than what I have. I've got a pair of them that are like, I guess they're like a silver metal case, but they're heavy. But they're only like 6 or 7 inches high, and they're bookshelf speakers. And they used to have really thumpy bass and everything to them. They really sound good for the size. Although I think my speakers all rotted out in them. Last time I tried to play them, they got all scratchy sounding.
It sound like they might be the same actual speakers in a different case because they're really, really heavy for the size. Yeah, and you would call them bookshelf speakers, and they kick butt.
Well, let's be fair. We're talking about speakers before the whole neodyne speaker came into play. So every speaker that was a performance speaker had a huge magnet on the back.
I remember going shopping for car speakers, and we would say, well, how many ounces is that magnet on the back? That's not good. We need a heavier magnet.
Oh, yeah, the all-important magnet. I want a big magnet.
Yeah, the funny thing is one of my bass cabinets in the basement has a cheaper speaker that's got a huge magnet on the back, and then I wanted to update it. So I was talking to guys from Eminent Speakers, and they sold me high dollar, awesome 15-inch with the neodyne in it. I don't know. The one that's got the huge magnet that was a cheaper speaker sounds better.
Something about that big magnet.
There's definitely something about the big, heavy magnet.
Yeah. Heavy magnets and lots of paper. Moves lots of air.
Yep.
Yeah, there is something to be said about that. But yeah, I mean, the one speaker weighs like 15 pounds. The other one weighs like 4 pounds. And one is I picked it up at a pawn shop. It's still an Eminence,
but I picked it up at a pawn shop for $15, and the other one I spent probably $150 for. And the $15 speaker, that's an older speaker, outperforms it.
Yeah, audio equipment anymore for the home, forget it, man. It's just not how it used to be. And now finally people are getting back into vinyl.
The guys I work for, we don't do any CDs anymore. All we've been doing for the last 10 years or so is vinyl. I just had to approve a new vinyl to be released, and I have another vinyl coming in that I have to listen to approve. Vinyl is hot right now.
Yeah, but then you got to have the real audio gear to reproduce it and play it back. You know, putting it through your iPod speakers, and it ain't gonna work.
I think Mike Buster was in there with you there, Pete. But you're right. Having the vintage gear to play vinyl does make it sound better. But you know, even vinyl through modern gear, the vinyl still has, you know, vinyl sound.
No, but you still got to have decent speakers and decent audio amp and all that. And then that just doesn't seem to be the focus anymore.
Sorry if I'm chopping on anybody, but the younger kids that below my generation, I guess two below my generation now, they're actually starting to understand that.
I mean, you know, earbuds and all that, I mean, it's all great for convenience, but it doesn't give the same high quality as, you know, our big Bose or Sarah Vega speakers and, you know, our rack mounted gear with our receivers and preamps and, you know, EQ and audio amps and all that stuff we used to have in the rack.
I hope I'm not quick keying on anybody here, but that's been a big topic of conversation, you know, at work for the last, you know, decade or so. You know, we've got, you know, $5,000 microphone, you know, $40,000 worth of recording gear. You know, you pay the best mixing engineer, you pay the best mastering engineer, and then it's all squished down to an MP3 for somebody to listen to it on their phone, that while they're getting ready in the morning, they throw it into a cereal bowl.
Right?
Well, it's kind of like, you know, it's just like listening with headphones, too. Same thing. I mean, you don't have that quality of in-the-air speakers.
True, to a degree, but there's some pretty high-quality headphones, at least back in the day, that you could tell a difference in, you know, some stuff, you know, at the right level, and a pair of headphones that are quality sounds pretty damn good. You know, I mean, you know, if, the other thing you could do is blast through the house and get yelled at, or to avoid getting blasted through the house and getting yelled at. A good pair of quality headphones can do the job.
Yeah, I could recommend probably 3 different sets of headphones that are full cup headphones that you can listen to and think, wow, these are pretty amazing. Aerodyne makes one. Who else makes one? Aerodyne is the only one I could think off the top of my head. But I know a few really quality headphones that you could put on your ears, and it would sound like you're listening to it in a room.
Yeah. I mean, there are some good headphones out there. But, you know, speakers or headphones or any of this audio gear, all of it is going to sound like crap unless you use an oxygen-free monster cable to feed it.
Oh, no. We're Green Dog. With gold ends.
That's right.
Oh, no. He wants to get fancy now.
It's got to be oxygen-free copper, monster cable, or it's junk.
Or it's Green Dog. All I know is I could probably set this conversation off even better with saying we only record with Neumann mics.
Oh, yeah. We can keep going down this rabbit hole.
$10,000 Newman.
Not a $10,000 Newman. Well, the last Neumann we bought for the studio was 4,000, 5,000.
Yeah, and I bet my $13 Chinesium condenser microphone probably sounds just as good.
Well, that's the funny thing, because I don't have the budget at my home studio than I do at my work studio. And, you know, I've done a lot of microphone modifications to get cheap microphones up to, you know, close to like the U48, U47s. They're close to it. But, you know, when you get into the super hi-fi stereo stuff like you're talking about, there is a difference. But, well, for radio, it doesn't matter.
If it passes 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz, you know, I mean, what better can it do?
Well, there's a theory between that. Is they can test between that and that with a tone generator, but with actual audio, they do sound different.
Has to do with the flatness.
Like I said, I have some microphones in my room that are nice. You know, I've changed capacitors and I've changed all kinds of stuff, changed the heads, and I've gotten them to sound really nice. But put against you know, really high quality, you know, factory built Neumann, they're close to it, but they're not the same.
Yeah, well, I mean, for your application in the studio, I can see where that nuance matters. For what we're doing for radio and trying to get, you know, good sounding, you know, radio as it were, and people with limited bandwidth on the receivers and all this and that, you know, I think, you know, your best Newman microphone against my $13 Chinesium microphone, I bet 9 out of 10 people couldn't tell a difference.
And you're correct, exactly.
Yeah, because what you're receiving it through is an optimal either.
And that all matters.
It matters a lot.
Pretty much matters all of it, what they're receiving it on.
Yeah, if you've only got a 4 or 6 kilohertz bandwidth, you know, it doesn't matter if you've got a 10 kilohertz transmitter.
I brought some of my good studio stuff up here, and I couldn't get it to work on the radio at all.
Because the radio isn't built to handle it.
Yeah, you got to have a 10 kilohertz AM transmitter to take advantage of the 10 kilohertz microphone.
Yep, and that's why none of my studio gear is up here right now. Is that a little bit better?
Oh, now you sound like the JR we know and love.
Oh, you love me, do you?
Oh, yeah, you know we love you.
Yeah, like a headache, maybe.
We love you. You're wrong, though. We're kind of like your wife, though. Who's there?
Oh, man. I heard both JR and Joker and didn't understand either one of them.
Sorry. I was speaking gibberish, so that might be right.
Oh man. Turn your power back up, Bite Buster.
I forget now. Never mind.
Yeah, you can't turn that power supply off, Bite Buster. I hear you, but I can't tell what you're saying.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I gotta hear you, though.
What, you can't hear me?
Oh, well, you know, it's annoying to listen to that drop and fall squeal all the time.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. But you still hear me through it.
Oh, yeah. You having power supply issues over there, Bite Buster? Oh, from day one.
Yeah, he made the mistake of buying a switching power supply that makes harmonics.
I was going to say, everything in my room right now is switching power supplies.
I don't know. White Buster's issue is his power supply because he turns the amp on, and presumably the power supply is on already, but it only seems to make noise when he turns the amp on.
That's right. I was saying, White Buster, what power supplies do you have? Because everything I have in my room right now, running everything, is all switching power supplies from my mobile radio to my amp, everything. Everything I have right now is switching power supplies. Hopefully I'm not that bad.
Is it possible his amp itself is making the noise?
Yeah, that's where I'm going with this. He turns the amp on, and that's when the noise starts. So something in his amplifier is oscillating or, bebopping around and creating this whatever squeal that he's hearing.
If I could chime in here for a second, guys, with White Buster. Yep, go right ahead. So the day I was over, if I remember right, where you had your amp, I've had to move my amp around a little bit and jostle it around my room. So is it still next to your radio? Because I have mine like down on the floor away from my radio. That seemed to clear everything up. Well, I could try that. Yeah, I think your radio and your microphone and everything is too close to your amplifier. So I would move it away and down, like kind of get it in the corner, because that's kind of where mine's at. Well, the thing is, it didn't do it when I connected to the other normal power supply, the Pyramid, which is a 50 amp. It only does it when I have it connected to this switching amplifier or power supply. Right. So, like right now, my radio to the amplifier is like 3 feet. My power supply is like 1.5 feet away from the amp, which is like 4 feet away from the radio. I kind of had to jostle stuff around to make sure I didn't have a weird noise. Yeah, I could try it. I mean, not this second, but yeah.
Did you ever try putting ferrites on the power leads from the supply to the amp?
You know, I have it on everything but that.
Well, that's the first place I'd put them.
Yeah, they're very thick wires, so I have to find some that are that big. But yeah, a couple times, and you guys would say I sound like Porky. Yeah, I kind of moved the stuff around. It's ideally not aesthetically pleasing, but I got rid of that squeal and those noises.
I mean, that's certainly worth trying, moving the amplifier further from your radio and put some space. I mean, it's easy enough to try something like that.
Yeah, but if it's pushing a signal through the power supply, I don't care if I put it 50 feet away, it's still going to push that signal through. Like if I was to move my D104 over where if I was keying up now, moving it over near my amp and my power supply, you guys would hear Porky.
Yeah, but he's hearing it in his receiver. So it's something that's coupling from his supply to his amp to his receiver and the radio is oscillating. And if he doesn't have it with a linear supply, but he does with the switcher, that means he needs to knock down something that's coming out of that switcher before it gets to the amplifier. That's where my head goes.
Oh, I didn't know it was in the receive. Okay. Yeah, it's in the receive. I'll send you a quick video. You'll hear it.
I think you need one of them round ferrites and take your power leads and wrap it around one of them round, ferrite cores that you can get. Take your power wires and wrap it through there a few times.
Yeah, you gotta get one of the big donut-shaped ferrites, not the little barrel ferrites.
That's right.
Yeah, I have one.
I mean, it's worth a try, especially if you got one.
I gotta make the power supply cables longer. They're pretty heavy. It's an 8 gauge, 10 gauge. But yeah, I mean, like I said, my room isn't aesthetically pleasing, but I've moved everything so I don't get noise, knock on wood.
Well, what's wrong with using that pyramid supply that don't make no noise? Why don't you use that?
Well, because you guys told me that it was making a funny sound when I key up, like it was starving, so I bought this for the amp so it wouldn't kill the pyramid.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that was on sideband. It wasn't able to keep up on sideband.
Which switching did you buy? You can send me a link, but I mean, I just use a kind of a cheapo 100 amp switching supply off of Amazon, and to power the radio, I'm using just a cheapo 35 amper. Where I use my my mobiles for basses. Well, the thing is, this amp I have is a high drive, so I'll need more than just a small power supply for the radio. Well, I run my radio off of one supply, my amp off another one. Like I said, you have the HD 503, I have the regular 503, and that one's running off of a 100 amp, and the radio is running off a separate 35 amp. So look at your messenger. 10-4.
How many amp is your switcher supply?
The small switching supply is 100 amp.
Oh yeah, that's a good size supply for sure.
Yeah, so I said I put these big thick power cables on it.
Oh yeah, that's working well for you, except for the part where it makes noise in your receiver. So there's got to be a way you should be able to knock that down, and I would try ferrites on the power leads.
I just watched those videos. Honestly, I wouldn't have that next to the radio that close. Yeah, like I said, I'll have to make the power lead longer, and then I'll move it. I'll see what happens.
Yeah, and wrap it in that donut ferrite while you're doing that. Make it longer. Wrap your wire in that donut ferrite. Move it away from the radio, and you may get success.
Yeah, it looks like that's like 10 gauge, so that shouldn't be that hard to extend.
Yeah, solder and iron and some shrinky dink. Fix you right up.
Besides the radio, everything I have right now is run on 8 gauge.
I'm running my amplifier on my power supply with double aught.
Honestly, I think you're pulling a little bit more juice than we are. I do have some of that thicker stuff in my show cars with the bigger stereos.
Yeah, I'm actually using welding cable leads.
Actually, no, I have 4 gauge. 4 gauge is what I use in my stereo stuff. Well, it's 1:15. It's been a pleasure. Glad I could make it in here and talk to you guys. My sleep schedule is not getting any better, and I'm getting worse. So I will talk to you guys hopefully Sunday night.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. I think I'm right behind you there, Joker. It's good time, because the dogs are going to get me up at 0620 no matter what time I want to sleep in. It doesn't matter. They're going to get me up. So I guess I'll bow out of here with the beam up towards the north. But I know Renegade and Sandbagger and old Jayhawk can still hear me. But 73, thanks for the fun on the Classic Radio Roundup. Check out the video gate in the usual place sometime tomorrow morning. It'll be there. County-wide.
Catch you, Pete. I'm still here. Catch you later, Petey. Have a good night. Yeah. Till next time. Yeah,
because it's time to go to bed, so. Oh, doggy. We'll catch you guys later.
I see how you are. Hello, doggy. Goodbye, JR. All right. Catch you later, Bagger. Have a good one.
Yeah, the dog's running in and out of here looking for the cat. The cat left. See, dog? There's no cat here. All right.
The cat has left the building.
All right, guys, I'll catch you later. And Renegade, I have not forgotten about you. I'll get your guitars tuned up.
All right, I'll catch you guys later, too. Good night, Joker. Catch up with you later. Have a good one. Catch you all later.
Is that 1, 2, 3? Catch you later.
I didn't know 1, 2, 3 was in here.
I don't think he was.
Catch you there, Joker. Roger on the, another time. Gentlemen, I haven't forgotten about you. I've just gotten super crazy. So, we'll hook up. Talk to you then. Yep, no big rush. No big rush. I just want to be able to play it again, Roger. Yep. I'll hopefully get you to that point. Sooner than later. All right, guys. I'm turning the knob. See you later.